What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and in our last Madden 04 video, we started a one-season series with the New Orleans Saints. The sole purpose of just playing one season is just for me to get a feel of things, mainly the gameplay. I'm not focusing on off-the-field stuff. I'm not doing trades, free agent signings, unless I have to. Right now, I'm just trying to get used to the gameplay in general, but adding a little incentive on top of that via trying to win some ball games as opposed to just doing exhibition games over and over again. Well, in that last video, we played our first game against Seattle and we got beat 20-0. As you can tell, I'm a newbie. I'm still trying to get used to how the game works, the plays, just sort of how the game feels in general. Now, today we are taking on the Texans. It looks like we got way more talent than they do in several spots, but that doesn't mean anything, especially with me just being brand new to all of this. But I've noticed a little bit on this screen, I like some of the things they got on here, like offensive rank and defensive rank, and I really like the run-pass ratio. That's just a neat little tidbit there to see. Now, before we actually take on the Texans, there's really nothing I need to show you. Again, I'm not doing much of the off-the-field stuff. I have not changed anything in terms of the gameplay, the skill level. I'm just going to stick with All-Pro for now. Quarter length, none of that changes. The same with the sliders. I haven't touched any of that. The only thing I did do was I went to coach options. No, I went to rosters and I changed my depth chart a little bit. I actually fixed it to where pretty much anybody with a better overall is going to be above somebody who's got a lesser overall rating. For example, I think like center, I moved Jaycox ahead of Fontenot. It was the other way around. Just little things like that. Just to make sure my quote-unquote best talent is on the field more often than not. I don't think there's anything else. Now, I have been able to practice the last day or so on a couple of things, so hopefully some of this stuff pays off. We're about to find out. But let's just get right into the game, and let's take on the Texans. And it looks like we have a home game. The Superdome. Perfect weather, because it's a dome. I think this intro to these games are pretty cool. They tend to get more detailed with them in the earlier games and kind of tapered off towards the end. That's cool. The coaches had different heights to them. Hopefully Aaron Brooks will have a good game. Like I said, I've got to practice a couple things. Hopefully we'll play a little bit better offensively than we've done it in the last game.
He fires one in between two defenders for a touchdown.
Joe Horn, I'm going to try to highlight him a little today as well. He's got a couple tattoos on him. I guess you can add tattoos to creative players in this game. Maybe to existing players.
Look at him down there. Now this is a team that
we'll check out Texans, their roster, see kind of what we're dealing with. Let's go to the coin toss. They won it, and they will get the ball first, which is fine. So let's go to coach strategy, and let's check out their roster. David Carr, 84 overall. Stacy Mack at 80 at halfback. Fullback, nothing much. Corey Bradford. A young Andre Johnson, a rookie. He was a stud back when he played in Miami. Tight end, Billy Miller looks okay. 75 speed, can catch a little bit. He may get the ball a time or two today. Just looking at their offensive line, just okay. They run a 3-4, if I'm not mistaken. 87, pretty rough there at the other end. 77 is defensive tackle. The linebackers, Jamie Sharper, a 91 overall with his guy Foreman, not necessarily the backup since he's 3-4. He's technically a starter. 81 at the other outside linebacker position. Aaron Glenn, 94 overall. So their corners are pretty stout. Not much of free safety. Not much of strong safety. Average kicker, average punter. I think I need to see all I need to see. I'm honestly not too worried about trying to look for matchups. I'm trying to figure out my own team and how I can kind of get things going a little bit. Nice little standings look there. And let's get this show on the road. My kicker is very slow. Going one wide. We can go, I'm going to do 2-man high. We'll do something like this, perhaps.
The defense changing things up.
Do something like that, maybe? Went the wrong way. Solid run there. Pick up, what, 6, maybe? I'll stay in man. I want to kind of get a feel of how man does against the CPU. I'll throw some zone in here as well. Going halfback draw. He didn't get the first, so it's what, 3rd and 2? Let's.
And he said that when they were breaking down film this week, they were able to pick up a couple of different.
I'm going to stick with the same play. I'm not too worried about defense right now. I'm really focused on trying to get my offense going. Maybe let's do something like this. I'll figure out the defense in time. Almost intercepted. Should have been, could have been. So that's a good stop. We are going to force a punt. Let's do an all-out block. I don't know if you can block punts in this game. Don't know much about the game in general. I'm excited to find out more about how the game works. Both sides of the ball, special teams. Ooh, that kind of had a chance to be blocked. So I was able to get my speed button to work. It was the controller that was the problem. So I have practiced a little bit. Let's go. Let's run some plays that I feel like I'm familiar with. Let's see if it works or not. Just loss of yards, big time right there. Good defense. I am behind the chains. Let's go. Let's pick this play. We're going to pick a pass play. I've been able to make those screens work pretty well in practice, not so much on that last play. Do something like this. We'll go to McAllister. Good little game there. I need to get him involved. He is our best player. So, for example, we can stay in ace big. We got 2 blocking tight ends that can pretty much get the job done blocking-wise. I just picked halfback belly strong. We'll go to the right. Pretty good defense there. Not much. 2nd and 8. And looks like Deuce is already gassed. I'm going to go quick slant. I've been working on this play a little bit. I'm pretty much reading one side of the field, and I'm reading this left side. We're going to get 6 points out of that. I threw it off my back foot, so we got our first touchdown of the season. Good deal. So let's go back and look at this. So my read here is I could get my little tail straighter out. I completely forgot about that. So I got like a little swing route with McAllister, and I got like a slant doing like this. My slant is my man beater, more or less, and my little flare route with the halfback is my zone beater. And I noticed they went cover 0, so they're definitely going man. So notice how wide open our slant is. It's just a good break. Whatever reason, it's this specific play that does a good job of it. Not all slants work like this. Now, I threw it off my back foot. You see me back here, well, it wasn't the best view. But thankfully, he made a decent enough throw and was able to get a really good gain. And technically, we ended up getting a touchdown out of that. So, pretty good play right there. I got to get used to the instant replay, how it works. It's a little slow in this game compared to 06. NCAA 06, I should say. I'm just glad we finally got on the scoreboard, so we will kick an extra point. I may have missed this. I'm on all pro, and that was kind of a quick kick. It's much quicker on the down on the last button. I like to see if we can run the ball a little bit better on the next drive. We'll try it. I think being patient, not using the speed button, stuff like that should help. That's a face mask. That was close. So they're going back to a big set. I'm going to stay in 2-man under. I feel like that's worked well for me, so we'll just stick with that. Let's do something like this. Somebody get to him. He had all day to throw. It was a good catch. They got, what, 4 yards out of that? I'll just stay in 2-man under. I'm kind of expecting him to run a little bit more than throw it. We'll do something like this.
Moves in motion.
I can't get to him. I almost intercepted. So I can try. It's 3rd and 6. They're still going 2 wide. Let's go and run our flat thirds. Our cloud coverage, I guess, is what I can call it. We can do something like this. Almost intercepted. Man, I guess that's why he plays defense. So that's a good stop. Let's do another. Well, let's do a return right. There's no. There may be a double cross return. I haven't checked it. So we're kind of hoping he punts it to our left. Let's see if he does that. Nope. Other way, but it's going out of bounds, so it doesn't matter. So we're on the left hash. I don't know how important the hash stuff is in this game. I haven't figured that out yet. I will in time. It's a big deal in NCAA 06, that's for sure. So we're going to go with Saints 25 cut. I've been liking some of this counter stuff. Let's see if we can get it to work here. We'll go to the left. Good defense. Guy came right on through. Well, wasn't expecting that, so we are... What can I call? I may go... Let's go back to that quick screen. This may be a really bad idea doing this on 2nd and 15, but I'm going to try it anyways. Good defense. Yeah, just good coverage by the corner. That's probably a bad call on a 2nd and 15, so it's 3rd and forever. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this. We can try halfback flare. I don't know what kind of defense is that, I wonder. Can he get it? Oh, great catch by Stallworth. Man. We'll take that any day of the week. So we are counter. We are on the left hash. Let's go back to this belly strong play. They're going 3-4. I probably need to go up to gut a little bit more. We're going to go to the left on this one. Just pretty good defense. Got a few yards. Not a whole lot. I'm going to go back to that one play we called earlier. We're going to go ace wide receiver quick drop. Minute to go in the quarter. Let's see. They're going man. I'll probably just bounce this to McAllister again. He's got time to make, or some room to make a play. I don't know if he got the first. I guess he did get the first. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be showing this. 3rd and inches. Ooh, he didn't get it. Ooh, I can't do... let's do slam. I hope we can get the first here. We'll hurry up to the line before they crunch it, or we're going to do something like that. Just get the first, barely. Did we get it? 1st and 10. So we have another screen. I'm going to call it on this side. We're going to flip it. This is going to go to Stallworth. There we go. We're going to get 6 points out of that. Just a screen, I think, works really well. If you could time it right, now you've already noticed we're like 1 for 3 on it. So it's not like a cheese play by any means. But as soon as I snap it, it's just a little jailbreak screen. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can. Sometimes you get this situation where that corner cuts in, and you can go to the outside to pick up some big yardage. But like I said, we've already seen it 2 times where it did not work all that great. But I still like the play quite a bit. So I'm going to keep calling it. So we're up 13-0. Now, okay, I was going to say something. I'm going to back off of that. I need to play a whole lot more. If I start beating teams by 30-plus points over and over and over again, then yeah, I can start increasing. I'll probably go up to the next difficulty. But I'm not worried about that right now. Houston is not the best team in the world. They're probably one of the worst teams in the league. So I'd like to see how some of my adjustments will go up against a really stout defense. Like the Seahawks had a pretty good defense. Pretty good group in general. And it showed. So I'm going to go back to 2-man under. I know my defensive play calling is pretty boring, but that's okay. It seems to be working fine for now. That's a face mask. I ain't going to call it. We'll look close. I'm not going to do any one high stuff. I was taught pretty well to do some 2-man under, and I really like it. 14-0, so that's a good first quarter. I think they're going to run the ball again. Looks like they're going back to ace or I normal. Good cut right there. Didn't get the first, though. I'm getting destroyed on the... I know I'm going up against a really good left tackle. I probably need to pick the other end. I'll just pick the same thing. I'm not too worried about the defensive side of things for now. Defensive adjustment. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Good cut. But he still didn't get the first. 4th down. So that's a good stop. We will get the ball back. Let's do punt return middle. I forgot to check if there was like a double cross, but there wasn't. We're going to fair catch that one. I can go right here and you got toss. I got to get used to the toss plays a little bit. Let's go with halfback blast. Let's see if we can run the ball, get a decent game with Deuce. They're doing that. I'll probably run to the right. I should have cut to the outside more. Don't use the speed button so you can get plays like that going. That's a good gain. Let's go back to quick slant. And we'll see if we can get something going in the passing game. We'll go back to Deuce. I think they was going zone there. I didn't see... We can go back and look. I didn't see the... Oh, it was wide open right there. You see it right here? He was wide open. I could have threw it right there. Could have got a really good game, but that's okay. I saw this linebacker back up as he did, so I saw McAllister open because of it. So that's a good play there. We can go back. I'm going to try this screen again. We're having a hard time with it on this side, maybe because that corner is really smart. He knows what he's doing. But you're going to get something like this. That's what we want to see right there. I think what happened is this corner, he caved in, or I think he came in the blitz, perhaps. We can zoom out. Yeah, he came in to try to go for, I don't know who he was going for. He wasn't going for the screen, that's for sure. So that's a good game. I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to do a run. We're going to do halfback delay from gun normal. The gun runs in this game are pretty strong. I like them quite a bit. Now, they're bringing the heat. I probably could. I need to get some audibles lined up. That's one thing I need to work on the next day or two is add some audibles. So it's 2nd and 8. Do I have any... I don't know if I got a play from here that I was using. That's another screen. Let's go back to this other one we've called a few times. Last night, I practiced for about 2 hours on about 6 plays. And this is one of them. Looks like they're going man again. We'll just go back to McAllister. Get some yards, not a whole lot. 3rd and 5. I think I'll go back to this quick slant. We'll flip it this time. We got more space to work with. They're doing that. Again, I probably can read the other side as well, but good throw. 6 points. Perfect throw. Right where it needed to be. So our offense is getting a whole lot better really quick. Again, we're playing against a pretty bad team. Perfect throw. That slant against the man is great. Awesome play right there. But it's good that, you know, practice makes a difference. And it looks like I'm really going to pour it on this team unless something crazy happens. I think there's a play or two that I practiced last night that I haven't called yet. I just got to remember them. I remember the 4 or 5 formations they came out of.
His defense has a solid core of players. They just don't seem to be playing very well in this one. They still have to go.
Let's kick it back off. This ain't going to be the best kick in the world.
Find a way to swing the momentum in their favor.
Somebody get a stop there.
The Texans will start this drive from the 22.
I'm going to stay my 2-man under. Seems to be working okay.
Ball on their own 22.
So this game, this particular game today is a good confidence booster for me personally. Just, again, practice has helped him a little bit. Get him. Good throw. Oh, slightly overthrew it, I guess. He was wide open. Good play by the safety. They're going 3 wide. Let's do quarters. Let's do the under 4. Is there a cover 4 as well? There's a buzz. I don't know the difference between the two. I need to practice both. We'll do something like this.
The defense is going to play this one very tight.
We'll do a bump and run.
Dropping back.
I don't know who he was going to there. So it is 3rd and long. We're going to go back to our cover 3 cloud look.
Because the quarterback had to get rid of it before he wanted to.
I know this right tackle's not as good as the left, so we'll control Grant. Oh, good throw. Looked like it was a slant pass right over, was that by the slot receiver? Just a big hole right there. So, hey, good job by Carr. Let's go cover 2 man from nickel. It's like they're going gun 2-back slot or whatever they call it in this game. Drop pass, and I don't know what my linebacker was doing there. I'm going to call the same play.
Just thinking about what he was going to do with it once he caught it, instead of thinking about catching it. You got to catch it first before you can think about what you're going to do with it once you get it.
Ooh, he's wide open. Oh, he drops it. Wow. So why was he wide open? So we just called man. This is how you learn things. Why was he wide open? I called man, and he just got destroyed. So why did he get destroyed on that play right there, on that route? I don't know. Again, maybe that's just our killer route that the game doesn't know how to defend. Who knows? So we're going to do another over strong, just a cover 3 cloud look from nickel this time. Let's see if I can get to this guy. Oh, close. Oh, he didn't get it. Are they going to go for it? They're going to punt it.
There's nothing that receiver can't do out there.
I was about to call a timeout, but that would have been done because we got the 2-minute warning right now. So we got 2 minutes. Let's see if we can get down the field. We need to do a safe, punt return safe man. That's what I need to call. Lewis taking his time to get back there. They may fake it. Nope, they're going to punt it. Everybody get out of the way. So that's a lot of yardage to get down the field. Since it's first down, let's do a screen first. I haven't even thrown deep yet. I think I threw once. Let's try this. There we go. Want to get some yardage out of that one. So those screens can work pretty good. It's a half and half right now. What can we call next? Let's try the slants. We're going to do it from different formation this time. This isn't exactly a flare route. Ooh, no. See, I need to call a flare, not that. That's a flare, not a swing. I need to do more swings. Something like that, a tight end flag right there. I'm going to call the same thing, but we're going to go back to the play where we know we got a swing route. Let's go quick slant here. One thing I haven't practiced on was deeper throwing. I will in time.
He's looking, trying to buy some time.
Ah, dang it. I pressed the wrong button. Dang it. I pressed the wrong button.
Demonstrated
I was trying to run with him.
The defense
You can't just you have to toggle on and off
not surprised if this one was a turnover.
your sprint, which is a bad feature in this game. I think they fixed it in 05 maybe. He was wide open. If you go back, can we go back? No, we can't. It's too late. That was just my fault. Looks like we're going no huddle, so that's what this looks like. Yeah, you just can't hold down X and sprint with your quarterback. That was 100% on me, not on... Wow, their guys can't catch to save their life.
They're gonna get
3rd
the
and
first
10.
there. They'll need their offensive line to maintain their block.
We'll just go back to our cover 3.
Time to make a good throw.
We'll do something like this.
the deep man. Closing in.
Wide open.
The pass off.
Yeah, it's a good play. Plant was wide open, it appeared.
Hurry up offense. Defensive adjustment. Gunning this one to the end zone.
Ooh. Slightly overthrew it, so it's what, 2nd and 10?
He found the lane, but he couldn't find the receiver.
So that was a big play, that interception. Again, I just made a terrible play. Just a brain fart. I forgot. You just can't hold down the button to sprint.
Defense needs to make a big play. Maybe they bring some heat with a blitz, or they change up the coverage. That way they can force the offense to
touchdown.
make a mistake and keep
Good play by I guess that was Johnson. No, that was their halfback.
Texans. The defender was caught out of position on the score.
So it is 21-6. We're fixing to get an extra point. I can probably just go to half. We're going to get the ball started in the 3rd quarter.
The kick is up. And he tacks on.
Oh, man, that was a big momentum swing right there. So let's see if we can not do anything stupid for this last minute and probably just need to go to the half with a 2-score lead.
Not a real deep kick. Should be returned.
Can we return kicks in this game? I don't know if you can much.
Their last drive in
So we're back on the right hash. We're going to try at least once.
play on this drive.
Hey, I know they want to increase
If I can
the
find
lead
it, where's it
before
at?
half, but they got to be careful and not let
We'll do the
other
quick screen to
teams
Stallworth. Stallworth is much faster. He's got like 97 speed. Former Tennessee Vol.
They'll pass on first down. And it's complete. Here we go.
See if we get out of bounds.
Out of bounds. At the 38. Clearly they were on the same page on that play.
These days, offenses rely on
We can
the short
try
pass, and the receiver gets
halfback
lots of
flare.
yards after the catch. If this coach is anything like I think he is, he won't be satisfied.
We're
with
going one high.
his guys.
I think I may go deep here.
Give him a chance at some more points before halftime.
Beat it, son. Oh, great catch by Stallworth. Let's call timeout. So, one thing I can go ahead and tell you, I've already noticed that whenever a team, I'll use my Illustrator, whenever a team goes cover 1, doing something like that, there's so much space on the outside where I can, anytime they go cover 1, I'm going to go with a go route. I've been able to make it work halfway decent. And that was a good example right there. We'll go back to this quick slant.
Lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Stallworth is having a great day so far. Let's see.
Brooks gets set to the air on first down. Gets
Had to get it off right there.
He can't wrap him up. They move the stick.
Now I probably need to run the ball right here. Where are we? We're on the 3-yard line.
Out there playing a little pitch and catch.
So
I don't know if a goal line will work in this game.
Time remaining to run just about anything on this first down.
43 seconds.
Surprised to see him just
I probably need to do a toss. I'm doing like a halfback dive. It probably isn't the smartest thing to do. But we can go to the outside to pick up 6 points. So that's a good way to... Well, the quarter isn't over yet. There's still 40 seconds to go.
end zone.
But the passing game seems to be working halfway decent. Screens, honestly, if you look at it, I'm doing a lot of strictly outside stuff, not doing much over the middle. It looks a lot like, you know, like some run and shoot in a sense. Sort of like what Josh Heupel does here at Tennessee. Just a lot of outside. I mean, we go over the middle a little bit, but it's just like screen, deep ball, swing. That's kind of it. I'm going to promise myself we're going to run the ball more in the second half. But that was like a 1-minute drill type of thing, so I kind of had to pass it on that one. 37 seconds. We'll go just nickel man cover 2. That's fine. stinks. It probably should be 35-0. But I goofed up. Again, I got to get used to that whole QB route thing. That's a good throw. Are they going to call a timeout? They are. Let's do... Ooh, this is a weird cover 4. This is... It's a man... Ooh, I wasn't expecting that, but that's okay. Went with the curl. I need to work on my curls a little bit. I want to do a under 4. They don't really have it. Now let's do this over strong. Let's just do another cover 3. He's got all day to throw. So they're fixing to score here. Now, you also got to remember, my defense is not the best in the world in terms of talent. On top of me not knowing exactly what I'm doing, that doesn't help things. I'm calling very basic stuff. I have no clue if quarters works well in this game. Just little things like that. I do not know. I think they got 1 timeout left, maybe. So that is what? 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, and they got out of... They're going to kick a field goal? It said field goal, so that's what we'll do. I'm going to do a safe man. Okay, just making sure. I didn't know if that was a glitch or not. So this is an interesting call. 16 seconds. You think they may try one more thing to go to the outside? I would at least attempted one more thing. Maybe they're out of timeouts. Maybe that's why. So they got the field goal, so now it is, what, 28-10? I will probably take a knee as soon as I get the ball back. But let's see if we can get a decent return first. 8 seconds. Yes, let's just take a knee. I assume it is in the special teams. Yes, QB kneel. And we will go to half and we'll look at some stats. And that should do it right there. Okay. That's a good first half. 28 points from our offense. It actually could have been more. Defense, we're only giving up 10 points. I'm happy with that. So, get check out some cheerleaders, all that good stuff. But I want to look at some actual information. Let's go stats and info. And I love the look of this. Rushing yards. I wanted to see if I could run the ball better. We're going to try. I need to run the ball more. I need to be dedicated to it a little bit. Especially since our best player is Deuce McAllister. First downs, kick total yards. Again, just defense. I just got to work on that on top of, like, to probably get some better players down the line. But I'm not worried about that this series because we're only going to just really cover one season. They got some pretty cool stuff in here to look at. They usually have extra stats to look at compared to the NCAA games because I guess they got the room for it. I'm not really sure. But we'll get back into the game. Let's see if we can run the ball a little bit more. I may go 2 straight runs before we do a third down play. So we are on the right hash. Let's go back to single back. I'm going to go back to this belly strong. I did have some success with it in practice last night. We're doing something like that. We'll just go to the right. Good block there. Almost get the first down, but did not get it. Let's go. Let's go halfback delay. It's not even a draw. It's just a basic handoff up the middle. I wish this play was an 06. Just do something like that, just to get the first down. So now he is really gassed. We can try. I need to work on some play action. Let's do PA streaks. Let's see what they're going to go with here. They're doing that? Okay. Wide open. I had to go to Stallworthy. That's the better matchup for us. I almost got sacked. Very close to getting sacked. So I wonder how Stallworth if you notice over here, I wonder how he got so much more wide open. That's another reason why I threw it to him. The corner just bit on it badly. I guess he bit on that play action compared to over here to where it was much tighter coverage. Not really sure.
Let's pick up the action.
What I probably need to do, let me go to coaching strategies. Formation subs in here. Substitutions. That's kind of what I was looking for. Where I need to put my backup halfback in here every so often in some of these formations because Deuce has already looked like he's really gassed. He's already at 77%.
Let's get back to the action on the field.
I just little things like that I got to start thinking about. So let's see if we can get the ball to Horn. Looks like they're going man.
They'll pass on first down.
Ooh, good defense. He was sitting right there on it. Again, so it's not a gimme play. So we did lose some yardage. I thought I had... let's go back to this quick slant, I guess.
Ball on the 30.
Over time, I'll add a new play here and there to the base offense.
McAllister lines up behind his fullback in the
Looks like McAllister, a little bit open. Good defense. Not a whole lot to work off of. So it's 3rd and 11.
I don't think that guy had any other choice. If he didn't jump up where the ball was, it was going to go right over his head.
Another thing I haven't really done is fool around much with the 3rd and long stuff. I think I mentioned that a little bit earlier. I have no clue what they're calling here.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Surveying
Oh, double. No, it is one high. Okay, good deal. Going to get 6 points out of it anyways. Okay, that's fine. So I misread that. I thought they had this guy right here. What did he do? He came down. So they went one high out of the whole thing. So that was actually a good call. Going over to Stallworth on that one. At this point, I was like, oh, man, is he double covered? Because I thought this was a defender. I thought the ref was a Texan. I'm an idiot.
Let's get back to the play on the
So, as you can kind of tell, the deep ball works fairly well in this game, but you also have to take into account a couple of things, especially with Stallworth. First of all, Stallworth has 97 speed. It helps. When you're going up against the Texans cornerback, who is 88 speed, and he's 86 overall. He's still not a bad corner, but there's just such a huge speed difference compared to Glenn, who's making much better plays on the other side where Horn is at. So little stuff like that you got to take into account,
We go back to the game.
which is another reason why I've been going to Stallworth. That's just a better matchup.
To attempt the point after.
Now, there's nothing stopping me. I could probably move Horn, switch him and Stallworth. I do not know if...
Moving the ball, the
Sometimes I think the CPU can switch their corner as well. I think it depends on the coaching strategy. Somebody can correct me on that. It's cool if you could do that. I think the other Madden games you can, and maybe you can in this one. I just haven't looked too hard into it.
from the 6-yard line.
I'll control the kicker. I figure I can do the least amount of harm to my team.
Have their work cut out for them as they take over at the 23.
I'm going to go back to quarters. Again, I have no clue if quarters works great or not. I'm not a big fan of all the linebackers kind of staying like that.
The lone back.
I almost have to spread them out a little bit. Run. That's a good gap. Good hole up the middle. Pick up, what, 6 yards there.
They pick up about 7. About 4 to go.
Let's go with just a 2-man under. Do something like this.
Line up in the I formation. Closing in.
Ooh, good play.
Still running. Runs over
You can tell they are dedicated to giving the ball to that guy.
into the net. Textbook first down.
I'll go back to 2-man under. That's fine. So Carr's playing a little bit better as the game goes on.
Carr, get set.
I have a feeling their left tackle, I forgot his name, but he is just destroying me right now. That's a great play right there. I need to try some tosses. We'll try to do that on the next drive. We'll go back to quarters. We'll do an over front this time,
The quarterback lines up with 2 back.
since I'm going quarters.
Dropping back.
Can't see what's happening over here.
Long completion down the left side.
Good defense there. Thankfully, he threw it on the inside instead of the outside. They're going 3 wide. Let's do this buzz weak. Looks like a basic cover 3.
So as they get
Just want to try something a little bit different.
Here's what both teams have done on 3rd down.
Third down is when you want your players to dig deep and make it close.
Oh, John Madden.
When you convert,
Dude is such a legend. I mean, he is football.
And it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Get him, get him, get him.
Pressure. It's really
Wow, good throw.
great play.
He went on the inside that time, so they are just attacking that side of the field a ton today. Really no different than what I'm doing.
It's 1st and 10.
We're struggling with it. I probably need to throw some blitzes out here. I'm not doing a whole lot of that, as you can tell. I probably need to do some random zone blitz stuff. I can try some of that here in a little bit.
Pass play to the right.
Somebody get him. Fun ball. Somebody get it. Somebody get it.
It's scooped up.
So they lost yardage there.
John,
And we got a player hurt. Fred Thomas injured his chest on the play. Hopefully it's nothing serious. They're going 4 wide. Ooh, let's go 2-man under.
Saints come out in a nickel package.
Next time they go like with 11 personnel, maybe I'll try something with a zone blitz.
7th play of this drive.
I figure I can do the least amount of harm.
It's the pass.
Ooh, wow, he somehow caught that.
The defender brings him down. At the
So it looks like you can really do some damage in the passing game
long arm, and that gets him a
in this game, which doesn't hurt my feelings. I like to throw the ball. Thankfully, he's only out for the game. I'm not going to worry too much about... Well, I mean, we can go and check. Is it coach strategies? I assume it's injury report down here. And he is one of our corners. We're already down like some corners anyway, so we'll just stay in 4-3 quite a bit. I don't think we're very good outside of our 2 guys anyways.
pressure. It's
Wow, good throw, good catch.
pass and
Even better catch. So they're going... They're doing that. I'm not seeing any zone blitzes. That mid-rush looks kind of interesting. I'm not seeing any, like, this but... I mean, I'm not seeing any basic cover 2 zone blitz. I need to look at my defensive plays more. Let's do something like this. Ooh, back up, back up, back up. Almost got off sides there. A little slippery.
drops back. Pressure coming.
Wide open. That's a good play.
Houston.
I had to throw something out there and it didn't work. So, 35-17. We'll fix it to be 17. The quarter is about over with. So what's next on my agenda on offense? I think we're going to do some toss plays with McAllister, see if they work okay. Again, I don't know. I think they work a whole lot better in Madden 04 than they do in like an NCAA 06. I think I went back with another punt or kick return middle. That's coming back. Looks like we're going to get a holding. 1st and 10 on the 20. So what hash are we on? We are on the right hash. Let's do lead toss. Motioning receivers over is a little bit tricky when you add your hot route type stuff. That's great defense right there. The corner blitz. I should have saw that before. That's my fault. If you ever see the cornerback do something like that, you know that he's probably going to blitz. So I probably shouldn't have ran in that direction. Okay. That's how you know, I guess. So what I need to do, let's do this screen here. Let's back up and let's just see what these guys are doing. Nothing too crazy. They're probably going zone. Let's see if Stallworth can... did I get the first? 1st and 10. So that's a good play there. Let's go to strong, normal. We got a power play, which I guess is toss. We're about to find out. They're shifting hard that way. Let's do something like this.
The Saints using motion. Toss play to the left.
Get a few yards, not a whole lot. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. We're up 18. Let's try to finish strong if we can.
35.
He is still feeling okay. Let's go back here and let's go back to belly strong. I probably need to do more A-gap stuff just because of they're going 3-4, but get the outside. Not a whole lot available there. 3rd and 4. We can go back to quick slant. I probably need to start thinking about running clock because I guess they're good enough to come back and do something. Ah, good defense. I probably should have went to the slant. I didn't know if he was going to keep up with me or not. So let's punt it. I'm going to run down this clock. I wonder if the slant was open. We can check it. We'll come back over here and let's just look. Ooh, he was wide open. Sometimes he'll be open, you know, with a slant against zone. Ooh, that's just my fault for missing that. That needs to be my first read. If he's open, go to him. If not, just go to my halfback and be done with it. Instead of thinking man or zone strictly. So I try to remember that going forward. I think you could do an accelerated clock setting in this game. I'll check that later. I think I saw that earlier. I'm going to let this clock run down as much as possible. Thankfully, you got a really long play clock in the NFL. At least you're doing this game. They may have accelerated since then. This ain't going to be the straightest kick. He will fair catch it, though. We are out of corners pretty much since we got one guy down. So let's just go 4-3. I have no desire to control a safety. I think I'd do some serious damage to my team if I did. All day to throw. It's going to be out of bounds, though. Oh, my gosh. He somehow caught that. Can I throw the challenge flag? Is there a challenge flag? Can I challenge it? It won't let me challenge. Yes, you can. I'm going to challenge the catch. I think he stepped out of bounds. I think he was out of bounds and he came back in.
The call on the field is questionable. They're going to review it, and this one might get reversed.
I thought he stepped out of bounds. This may have been a bad decision on my part.
What we can see, because the referee is going to see the same thing. I think it's a catch.
That's a tough call. Depends on what angle you're looking
I
at.
thought he went out of bounds. Play stands. We can go back and look at it. I could have swore. I thought he got out of bounds and he came back in. Oh, he never did. It was nowhere near close. Wow, he just I thought maybe that's just what I saw right there. It was kind of close. So that was a wasted timeout. Well, that was a quick way to score.
Showing confidence in his offense, he'll keep the special teams unit on the sideline, and we're trying to make this a 10-point game.
Well, this game just got real interesting really quick. And they got the 2-point conversion. Are they going? I don't. Ooh, they're going to do. They're going to kick normal. Okay. So this game is nowhere near over. I need to figure out a way to score another touchdown to separate us a little bit. So let's think about this. Let's go back to our screen. Let's see if we can go back to Stallworth. We've been having success on the left side today. And we're going to run some clock to go with that. That's good defense. Didn't get much out of that one.
The screen pass requires that you have some quick linemen who can move wide of the tackle and set up blocks.
What can I try? Let's go. I'm going to try another screen. Ooh, this may be a bad idea. I didn't think about this. We're on the wrong side. We're going to flip it. We're going to go to Stallworth instead. That Glenn, that corner on the other side, he's been just doing damage against us. So I guess we're going to do another screen. We're going to go on the short side, though. We got 2 timeouts. I probably need to run the ball instead of doing screens, but we'll see what happens.
Dropping back, gets the pass off.
Why did I get out of bounds? Ooh, okay. At least we got some yards out of that.
At the 35-yard line.
So Stallworth is kind of gas. Let's do ace wide receiver quick drop. I probably need to run it. Again, this is probably a bad decision. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Man in motion. Pressure goes with a short pass to the right side.
Get the first down, just enough. That's some dumb play calling. All 3 of those plays was really bad. So what we're going to do, let's do a basic run. How about with that? Let's do this 25 Saints cut or whatever it's called. Oh, just terrible. That was my fault. We're very fortunate we got the first down. Let's run the ball. How about that, huh? So we're getting close to the 2-minute warning. After this play, we should be able to get down to that unless they call a timeout on us. But we're going to run to the right. Get it down to a couple of seconds. Get some good blocking here. Uh-oh. The Deuce is loose! He's loose! He's loose! Don't fumble it. Now, he's probably about to die. He's probably going to pass out on us. Yeah, we got our backup in there now. We can go to delay, but we're going to let that clock go down to the 2-minute warning. No reason for us to call a timeout here or to snap the ball, that's for sure. Looks like their safety's coming up. Okay, that's a free timeout, so we're down to the 2-minute warning. I need to check my backup halfback. Can he... I'm scared to death to hand him the ball. He's 67 overall. His carries is 63. Our fullback's got a carry of 62. Oh, that's not good at all. But we got a fast halfback out there at least. So let's try a toss. They're doing something like that. I wonder if I do something like this. I wonder if they're going to shift. They did just enough, didn't they? Not a whole lot. And they're going to call a timeout. So Deuce is back. Let's do a halfback delay, just a basic run. We're going 3-4. I was hoping they spread out a little bit. Looks like they're going man to boot. Big play by the big guy right there. So that is what? 3rd and inches. Let's do halfback delay from gun spread. I wonder if it'll spread them out a little. Yes, it will. Good deal. So we're going to just try to go up the gut here and get our first down and try to end this thing. And that should be the ball game right there. Can I don't know if I can do this. Can I go ahead and take a knee the rest of the way? I probably can, so we'll do this one time. And then we will take a knee after this one. That's why they're not calling a timeout. They know the game is over with. So it ended up being a pretty entertaining game, 35-25. I thought it was going to get out of hand really early. But kudos to Houston for coming back. Their passing attack made some really big plays in the end. I need to go back on that big deep ball they had and see what they've done correctly. That's good defense. Is that their last timeout? Where's that at? They are out of timeouts. Let's just go ahead and run it. The game is over with, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go back to Billy Strong. Where do you go? Let's go to the left, I guess. I try to cut underneath. So they went with a corner blitz, so it's 3rd and 12. Let's just run the ball. Yeah, let's just run the ball. I was thinking about passing that, which would have been really dumb.
3rd down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on 3rd down,
we'll go to the right. It looks like they're going to give us plenty of room to work with. They're just assuming that we're going to try to go for the first down. Of course, we don't want to. And again, I think they're out of timeouts, so I probably could have just went with a QB kneel. I think that was up in the top left screen. Didn't get the first, but that should be the ball game. I'm not going to do anything here. And that is it. We have won our first game of the season. Woo! 35-25. We'll check out some stats here in a little bit. I need to work a little bit more on my run game. Just figure out some other concepts that may work halfway decent. Little things like that. But I think the passing game done okay. I can add a couple more plays to that. I just need to practice more of it. So let's go right into the stats and scores. Stats and info. So as you can tell, we didn't run the ball a whole lot, but our passing game done just fine. Our 3rd down percentage was really good. Theirs was 42%, which is probably average in the grand scheme of things. But their passing yards was pretty good, especially in the second half where we just really struggled in a couple spots. Looking at the rest of this, I wonder, can we go back and look at individual? Yes, we can. So Aaron Brooks had a really good game, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That was 100% on me. I tried to run with him, and it didn't work. I hit the X button instead, and it threw it to the guy who was X at the time. But 22 and 24, but if you think about it, 80% of my throws was swing routes and screens. We had like 2 deep passes. So these are, it still looks really good, though. You go to the rushing, again, we didn't do a whole lot with McAllister. I'm glad he got his touches. 18 touches on the ground, and he ended up with how many touches? He had 8 receptions. So I'm glad to see Deuce get plenty of touches in the game. But it was pretty much a 3-man show skill player-wise. Stallworth, McAllister, Horn. I got a slot receiver that's okay, but I don't really have much of anything else in terms of playmakers. So I made sure that these 3 guys got their touches, and it worked out pretty well, to say the least. Looks like we got plenty of pancakes for some offensive linemen. Defensive players, leaders and tackles, Ambrose. Tackles for loss, we got a few of them, not a whole lot. Looks like we got a generic player out there, number 45, whoever that is. We didn't have any sacks. That's something I need to work on. I need to fool around more on the defensive side of things. No interceptions. There was a chance for a couple of them there. But otherwise, we can go to the score box. Yes, the box score. And our offense technically got worse over the course of the game. Either way, I'm glad we got the 10-point win. And let's get out of here. So come on back. Our next game will be against the Tennessee Titans. One thing I could have done is I could have showed you like week 2 scores. But I'm not going to do that. There's really no point. But we're going to go back and we will take on the Titans. It doesn't show they're 1-1 on the season just like we are. Looks like a pretty even matchup overall. So it should be a whole lot of fun. We're going to go up against Eddie George and Steve McNair and all that good stuff. So that should be a whole lot of fun. All right, come on back. We'll take on the Titans, and I'll talk to you later.